Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, somebody has to take pranati, right? You want me to share or you have that thing? So I'll stop this and I'll share that. Pranati, who's going to take? Hare Krishna. Acha, who did ye japa? Who did today?
Prasanna Chit Prabhu.
Mataji, I did. Yes,
so you
Mataji, I
can.
did.
Oh, Arunaksha Prabhu. Okay, sorry.
Arunaksha Prabhuji, yeah. You can
Yes,
take.
Mataji.
You want me to share, Prabhuji? I'll do it.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I'll share.
Mataji, I have. I'll do it, Mataji.
It's okay. I mean, if you have tea, can it? Oh, I've shared. What happened? Okay. Yeah. Continue, Prabhuji.
Om Ajnanam Timirandasya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Okay, I'm sorry. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanaya Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupad Namo Brahmanya Devaya Ghobrahmanaithaya cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namde Gauratvise Namaha Gauragha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Thadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Thadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitina Amine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschanti Deshatarine Jai Shri Panchatatvakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavatanam Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Yeah, so I forgot to add one more. That day, what Mukam Karoti, somebody had said that, so I will add that. Yeah, Mukam Karoti Aglad. If you remember that Mukam
yes,
Karoti.
Yes,
yeah, say that also.
Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langaite Giram Yet Kripataham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tatsat.
Hare Krishna. That I will add.
Yes,
and this 8th chapter, there are only 2 shlokas which has to be by hearted. Okay, so after this we can go through that 2 shlokas. Easy. Every day you do it. By the end of 8th chapter, you will know that 8th chapter ka those things also. There's nothing new. Na Bhagavad Gita we have already learned so many years. So okay, who's going to read? And we all can raise and each one can take one shloka. If it is too lengthy, you can segregate. You can give it to others also. Yes. Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji has raised hand. Hare Krishna. Your hand is raised first, Prabhuji. Are you there on the seat? Or just a hand raised and he is left the priest? Okay, Manjula Mataji, you take. Hare Krishna, Manjula Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
So before start, let me introduce, I always forget because with the PPT, it comes like, the deity, they say the page will be the starting deity. Then I give that, initial that introduction. So welcome to level what? Bhakti Shastri, level 5. And this is our batch to fast track course. So fast track is what? Immediately, quickly, within maybe 6 months, you will complete your Bhakti Shastri. Even much before that, it depends on the teacher and how you clear your exams and your assignments and all. It depends on you also. So quickly you do it, quickly you finish Bhakti Shastri and you all will be eligible. In another 6 months time, you are not even 6, already 6 chapters are over. Another maybe 4 months time, you'll all be eligible for Bhakti Vaibhav. Oh God, we'll all be together then. So nice, no? I'm just looking forward to, students who are going up and up. Even NND Prabhuji feels very happy about it. So all this we learn from ISKCON Mangaluru without any shelling out, single penny. So we are all indebted to Radha Krishna, Sri Radha Govinda, and also indebted to NND Prabhuji. So in whatever way we can, to give back to, we always have to give back to society. That way we have to give back to, our ISKCON temple and whatever way, like either monetarily, no, I'm not a earning member, no, I don't have much. Okay, at least physically, do some service, either teaching or admin or something that, translation work. There are plenty of work. All youngsters, you all know about this technical part and all, you're very good, no? So you can go in that also, like, Facebook mein kitna, all these questions are all asked in Facebook. So you can write, you can go through a proper channel, of course. In English, I think you have very good team, but in other language, we have lacked, that not only technical side, everything, we have some shortage of staff there. So we can give supporting hand there also. Only the language will be a problem. See, it can be Marathi, it can be Gujarati, Tamil is another different. The language can be a problem, but otherwise you can manage, if you have that managing capacity, you can tell and others will follow your footsteps that way. So do some service to ISKCON Mangaluru also. Okay, now we'll start with the 8th chapter. This is very important. Initially, you'll have some, Arjuna has doubts. You may find in most of the chapters, he asks questions. This is what is required, expected out of the students. Because you're just keeping quiet. Now it's online, no? So you can't even see their face. So whether you're sleeping, you're working, or, just kept it on for attendance sake. Normally, nobody does that. At least in Bhakti Shastri level, nobody does. In 18 days course, yes, possibility, because they're not still, not a devotee yet. So that can be expected from them. But then the students are supposed to ask question. Why? Because just because a thing is said, it will come from my mouth or, just written, just absorb. Yes, that is truth. No, you have to have why it is like that. Is it? I have a different, understanding. Is it true? Why it is given like that? Shall I increase the font? I somehow felt no, it is too small.
Little Mataji.
Yeah, 100% I made you. So the Panipra, what is that? Oh God, the last verse.
Pranati Mataji.
Pranipatena, Pariprashnena Sevaya. That attitude of the student should be humble, and you should ask question. By asking question, nobody will feel like, oh, she doesn't know this or he doesn't know this. No, you need to ask question for even others who really it must be coming in their mouth, the tip of their tongue. They must be feeling like but they won't know to find words to put in as a question. But you will be helping them also, so they will thank you for that. So always ask questions. So what Arjuna does, always follow Arjuna's footsteps. He is asking in each and most of the shlokas you can find, he'll be asking Kim, all that, why this and all, you will be asking. So in this chapter, he starts with many questions. He's confused about. So since he is learning, we will also learn along with him, because God is there. He's a best teacher. He doesn't get angry, or he doesn't say, oh God, so many times I taught you, you're still not understood. He doesn't get frustrated, nothing. He is very happy to teach his devotee. Okay, who's taking? Manjula Mataji,
Yes,
yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme, Text 1. Arjuna Uvacha Kim tad Brahma kim adhyatma kim karma purushottama adi bhutam cha kim proktam adi daivam kim uchyate.
Adi Devam, not Adi.
Ah,
Adi
Adi
Bhutam, Adhyatmam, Adi Devam. It is all, okay. Now synonyms. Can you see, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna said, Kim, what? That Brahman, Kim, what? Adhyatmam, the self, Kim, what? Karma, fruitive activities, Purusha Uttama, O Supreme Person, Adibhutam, the material manifestation, Cha, and Kim, what? Proktam is called, Adidevam, the demigods, Kim, what? Uchyate is called. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Arjuna inquired, O my Lord, O Supreme Person, what is Brahman? What is the Self? What are fruitive activities? What is this material manifestation? And what are the demigods? Please explain this to me. Purport: in this chapter, Lord Krishna answers different questions from Arjuna, beginning with what is Brahman. The Lord also explains karma, fruitive activities, devotional service, and yoga principles, and devotional service in its pure form. The Srimad Bhagavatam explains that the Supreme Absolute Truth is known as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. In addition, the living entity, the individual soul, is also called Brahman. Arjuna also inquires about Atma, which refers to body, soul, and mind. According to the Vedic dictionary, Atma refers to the mind, soul, body, and senses also. Arjuna has addressed the Supreme Lord as Purushottama, Supreme Person, which means that he was putting this queries not simply to a friend, but to the Supreme Person, knowing him to be the supreme authority able to give definitive answers.
So this is the quality of Arjuna, asking questions. He doesn't take blindly everything, just because he knows that Krishna is God. He's a very good friend. But just because he's God and he's saying, he doesn't take it. He knows, he respects him, but still his doubts have to be cleared, right? So he is asking questions. So in this, first question is all Kim, we can have that, where is it? Kim, what? Again, Kim, what is Brahman? Then what is karma? What is karma is what you have already learned. No, third and fourth chapter is all full of karma only. Akarma, vikarma, and karma, akarma, vikarma. So that also. Still he's got confused. Already gone, taught, everything is over. Now we are in 7th chapter, but still he has doubt about all that. Then who's what? Adibhutam. What is Adibhutam? Then what is Adidevam? Then what is Adhyatman? So all these kleshas that day, Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji was saying, all these are kleshas. Yes, so he is asking. So you have to say something, Mataji, what you have understood from this, Manjula Mataji?
You covered, Mataji. I mean, he's also explaining about the individual soul and Paramatma here. I mean, with the soul also, like soul and the mind. I mean, Atma refers to the soul and mind. I mean, as per the previous chapters, right, Mataji?
Correct. Yeah, so he just wants to have a clarity about this. Okay, fine. Who's taking? Navya Mataji? Those who are ready to read can raise your hand. So one by one, we can go through. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Navya Mataji, please take.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Om
Can you
Bhagavad-
keep your video on? Can I look at you?
Okay.
If you're comfortable. Okay, fine.
Okay. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Adi. Not Adi. मतलब ऊपर line होगा. Are you reading from Hindi or English, Mataji?
English Mataji.
English. No, so A doesn't see. Kale. It has a line on the top. Then you say ka. Otherwise, it should be a. Adi yajñakatam kotra.
Adi yagnam katam kotra dehismin madhusudana prayana kale cha katam jneyosi
Niyatatmabhihi.
niyatatmabhihi.
And whenever there is an apostrophe, you can add a atra, asi. Then you will get a clarity. You will understand the meaning. No, there is no this. Otherwise, you can say kotra, neyo, si. You can खींच के सी ऐसे बोल सकते हैं. But if you say atra and asi, it will be very good because in meaning you can find out. Synonyms may say atra, then where asi, see, neya asi. So all these things are, you yourself will understand the meaning. उसके लिए बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है ना? हाँ, yes, Mataji.
Adi Adignanaha.
Adi
The
yajna.
Lord.
See, yajna, Mataji. Yajna, no, yajna. Adi yajna. That is Lord of sacrifice. Yajna is sacrifice.
Okay, Mataji. The Lord of sacrifice. Katam. How. Ka. Who. Atra. Here. Dehi. In the body. Asmin. This. Madhusudana. O Madhusudana. Prayana Kale. At the time of death. Cha. And. Katam. How. Gne, Gneya Asi. You can be known. Niyata Atma Bihi. By the self controlled. Translation by Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Who is the Lord of sacrifice and how does he live in the body? O Madhusudana, and how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? Purport. Lord of sacrifice may refers either Indra or Vishnu. Vishnu is chief of the primal demigods, including Brahma and Shiva, and Indra is the chief of administrative demigods. Both Indra and Vishnu are worshipable by yajna performance. But here Arjuna asks who is the actual the Lord of yajna sacrifice and how the Lord is residing within the body of the living entities. Arjuna addressing the Lord as Madhusudana because Krishna once killed a demon named Madhu. Actually, these questions, which are of the nature of doubts, should not have arisen in the mind of Arjuna because Arjuna is a Krishna conscious devotee. Therefore, these doubts are like demons. Since Krishna is so expert in killing demons, Arjuna here addresses him as Madhusudana so that Krishna might kill the demonic doubts that arise in the Arjuna's mind. Now the word of
You want to say something about this, Mataji? Do you
can
understand? What have you understood?
Yeah.
One or two lines.
Oh, okay, Mataji. Actually, here Krishna, like Arjuna mentioned, like particular name, like in many verses, like in different types, in different shlokas also. Arjuna different name like Madhusudana, Keshi, like different Rishi Kesha and all. Because here Krishna, like Arjuna mentioned Madhusudana because like he want to kill demonic qualities in her in his only. So like that also you kill the demon of Madhu. So you can also kill like inferior fear like Bayam and all.
See, because
So
always in
in
also,
myself
at
also,
all,
yeah.
he can kill. Yeah. And he's
Yes.
asking a lot of questions. And what Prabhupada said, actually, he need not have to have any questions because so he's such a good devotee. He's totally convinced of what Krishna has already taught in previous. Still, he's asking questions because of doubts. Even Arjuna can have such doubts. He's also materially like a man, like like a form like us. Human form who grows old. What Maran. What is it? Janma Mrityu, Jara Vyadi, all this we get. So he also gets all that. So he's also contaminated. Matlab, he's also a conditioned soul. That's if he may be forgetting or something. That's why he keep asking questions. Yeah. So now the word name, each word, Prabhupada is explaining. Yahan pe Madhusudana he explained. And now he's coming to Prayanakali.
Prayanakala. Now the word Prayanakala in this verse in very significance because wherever we do in life will be
Whatever we
tested.
do, whatever.
Whatever we do in life will be tested at the time of death. Arjuna is very anxious to know of those who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness, which what should be their position at the final moment. At the time of death, all the bodily functions are disrupted, and the mind is not in the proper condition. Thus, disrupted by the bodily situations, one may not be able to remember the Supreme Lord. Maharaja Kulashekara, a great devotee, prays, "My dear Lord, just now I am quite healthy, and it is better that I die immediately so that the swan of my mind can seek entrance at the stem of your lotus feet." The metaphor is used because the swan, a bird of the water, takes pleasure in the digging into the lotus flower. Its sprouting uh, proselytivity
Is true.
is to enter the lotus flower. Maharaja Kulashekara says to the Lord, now my mind is disturbed, and I am quite healthy. If I die immediately thinking of your lotus feet, then I am sure that my performance of your devotional service will become perfect. But if I have waited for my natural death, then I do not know what will happen, because at that time of bodily functions will be disturbed, my thought will be chalked up, and I do not know whether I shall be able to chant your name. Better let me die immediately. Arjuna question how a person can fix his mind on Krishna's lotus feet at such a time.
What do you understand, Mataji? Now here in this Prayana Kali, the last part of your life, we do not know. It can be 10 years, it can be immediately born, babies die, or 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, 120 years, we do not know. So at that time, what happens? So what he says, you want to add, or I will only say? You want to add
Yeah,
something?
I got one examples, like
Yeah.
many of devotees explain that if we chant life is an exam, we have to practice this whole life. At the end of the day, Krishna will remember. From Krishna, he will put the effects on us, like he has to remember. So we have to so we get
We
Krishna
will
like
keep on chanting and remembering him, so that even at the end of our life, we will have the same thought. We may not be able to say what Kulashekara Alvar he says in that, what is that, Mukundamala, his sloka he has written in that 33rd sloka is Kappa Vata Pittai. I may be suffering from Kappa Vata, Kappa Vata Pittai is all about gas, or what is that? What all problems we have, all the 3 types of klesha. Whoever is a good in yoga, they will be, familiar with the terms, like, either you have gastric problem, you have that, too much of this acidic problem, all this, that bodily disruptions will be there. So when I get all that kappa, vata is kapam is that, cold. Some people you can find, often they catch cold, often they have that, but sometimes immediately if somebody is sneezing somewhere, these people will get infected, they will start sneezing, and they will get high cough and cold and fever and everything, they will be suffering. Some people are prone to get cold and fever. Some people are like, my joints are paining, too much of gas problem. They have, this is there. That, they're prone to get some kleshas in their body. So suppose at the time of death, if I'm, suffering with either kappa, vata, pitta is what? I'm not in my senses. I'm like mad. I'm behaving like mad. I don't know what I'm speaking, what I'm doing. That time, how can I think of you? How can I tell your name? So I'm prepared to die now only because I'm in my senses. I know I'm taking the name of Krishna. I can think of you. I can speak of you and take away my life now only, so that I know for sure, like at the end of life, but the last breath when you take and whatever you think, we have that, the story of so many Bhagavatam stories you must have heard about. This, what is it, Maharaja Bharat Maharaj ka story. I'm immediately fumbling the words. Bharat Maharaj ka story. So you all have heard about his story? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Many people are yes, or few people are no, so I can explain. You all have
Yes,
heard about
Mataji.
Bharat Maharaj's stories?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so most of the people know about it. What happens is he has left his palace and he was a king, big king. He left wife, everything, kingdom, everything. He left and he came to jungle just because he wanted to now concentrate on God. But what happened? He fell in love with a deer. And of course, nobody, even a normal person like us will always feel bad, a pregnant deer giving birth to a small baby and she dies. What you will do? You will definitely take care of that. It's a jungle with all wild animals there. So he'll definitely take care of that small baby. But what he started doing is taking care of that baby deer. Dear. Oh, dear, come to me. That nursery rhyme. Where that way, like, he started spending more time to feed him, to take care of him. What is the use then? You already left your place and you came here to jungle just to, think of Lord and be with him. But then again, you are in the same So that is how our Maya is attracting us so much, it will not even indicate you. You will not even know that you are caught by Maya. The moment you are little thoda bhatak gaya, your mind immediately Maya will catch us. You will not even know. You will just say, like for example, now what we are doing in that mobile and all, एक reel देख के immediately another reel. You will not even know half an hour is gone, 1 hour is gone. Just stop all that. Nindi Prabhuji, in all his classes, he says the same thing. These are all Maya. The moment you are out of, so are you not supposed to use mobile? No, it's not like that. For this, for class purpose, use your mobile, use your tab, use your computer, everything. Just for everything. See, even in ISKCON, what we say, your eyes, nose, your mouth, legs, hands, everything you use for the sake of Krishna, for, to please Krishna. You can use for other senses, for a sense for this gratification also, but that is Maya. Anything other than Krishna's happiness or Krishna's, you have to please him. Other than that, whatever you do, it is like Maya. So, his fate, what it became? He became a deer. But because after he became a deer, he remembered, oh, what a fool I was. I wasted my nice life, human form. And then he realized, but then as a deer form, what he did, he was roaming around near the ashram where pious, all the sages were staying there only. He was roaming around hearing all that. Because as a deer, he couldn't, say shlokas or remember God, nothing he couldn't do. He was just an animal. But still, he was just listening. And after that birth, he became a Jatavarda. And Jatavarda, then he thought, now no more mistake at all. I will not look at anybody. I will just look down only. I will not get attracted to anything. I will not be away from all this crowd, because I want to end this life and immediately I should go to this Goloka Vrindavan. So that Raja came, you all know that story, that palanquin, he was supposed to lift the palanquin. Somebody called, oh, you're just sitting idle, doing nothing, no work. Such a big man and just eating and wasting your time. For a person like us, even if you see somebody on the road, even we feel, no, hatta katta admi hai, and he's not doing any work, just sitting idle. You do not know how intelligent or what, knowledgeable he may be. But a general perspective is that he's wasting his time doing nothing. So they called him. There's one hand short, for lifting the palanquin. Kindly come, Raja. We need to lift Raja. But he was just tilting. He was walking. Then Raja got angry. He said, what are you doing? Can't you walk properly? Can't you even do this simple job of lifting the palanquin? He said, no. Actually, you know what? The hands are moving. So I'm just stepping it in such a way so that I don't stamp on it. And, because of my pressure, they may die. So then Raja realized he is not an ordinary person. Then he became his disciple. It's a big story, but he had to waste how many? 3 janmas, for that birth. So this is how, Kulashekara Alvar says, I don't want to waste. I want to get back to you. So now I'm in my senses. I have all that, my mind is working. I'm totally conscious about the Lord and all. I'm taking your name. So please take my life now only. Otherwise, my throat may be getting choked up. I do not know whether I shall be able to chant your name. Better let me die immediately. So Arjuna questions how a person can fix their mind on Krishna's lotus feet at such a time, at the end of their life. Yes, Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Whoever wants to read can raise your hand. Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. He is not there. Anybody
Hare
else?
Krishna.
Prabhuji, where are you? He left. There's some problem with his mobile, I think, connection. Okay, this one I'll take since nobody
Can I
has...
read, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. You didn't raise your hand. Arunaksha Prabhuji, yes.
Yes.
Keep
Shri
your hand raised.
Bhagavan Vacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavod Adhyatmam Uchyate Bhuta Bhavod Bhavakaro Visarga Karma Samagnita
Sanchitaha Sanya Dadnyana
Yes,
Kakagaganga Cha
Sanjitaha.
Sanchitaha. Synonyms.
Synonyms translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Aksharam, indestructible, Brahman, Paramam, transcendental, Swabhavaha, eternal nature, Adhyatmam, the self, Uchyate is called, Bhuta Bhava Udbhava Kara, producing the material bodies of the living entities. Visarga, creation. Karma, fruitive activities. Sanjitaha is called. Translation: the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible, transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called Adhyatma. The self,
The self.
the self, action pertaining to the development of the material bodies of the living entities is called karma or fruitive activities. Purport.
You want to say anything, or after reading purport you can explain?
Yes, Mataji. Brahman is indestructible and eternally existing, and its constitution is not changed at any time. But beyond Brahman, there is Parabrahman. Brahman refers to the living entity, and Parabrahman refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The constitutional position of the living entity is different from the position he takes in the material world. In material consciousness, his nature is to try to be the lord of matter. But in spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness, his position is to serve the Supreme. When the living entity is material consciousness, he has to take on various bodies in the material world. That is called karma, or varied creation by the force of material consciousness.
What is it, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Here, Prabhupada is explaining even Brahma is like Jivatma.
Yes.
So, and like even Brahma has birth and death in this material world. But so he has taken the charge of creation. So he here in this material world acts as a lord. But that is his material position, but his constitutional position is a servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead.
1 minute. Before you continue, Prabhuji,
Yes,
here
ma'am.
he is not talking about Brahman. I mean, the Lord Brahma. He's a Brahman. Brahman is what?
Light effulgence of
Yeah, correct.
yes.
But here beyond Brahman is Parabrahman. Okay, so Brahman is what? That light effulgence.
Okay.
And beyond light effulgence is that Paramatma, and after that you see Lord Krishna. But Brahman refers to the living entity. That is important. We are not talking about Lord Brahma.
Okay.
Not that Brahma Shiva. No, we are talking of living entity. That's what that day also this Prabhuji had doubt. Or what is what? That Prabhuji asked, Biju Prabhuji, yeah. He said, why Brahman? So we also are Satchit Ananda. We also have all the good qualities in us. Only that because of our forgetfulness. So even living entity is given as the term as Brahman. So we are also that pure Atma. And Parabrahman refers to Supreme Personality. The constitutional position of the living entity. Brahman is what? The living entity is what? We are supposed to serve the Lord. So it is not referred to Lord Brahma. It is referred to living entity only.
Yes, thank you, Mataji, for clarification.
Right.
Yes. So
So
in Ved, yes,
so in the
Mataji.
material, I'll complain. In the material world, what we do? This is my pen. This is my house. This is my mobile. Everything. We try to lord things. Lord it over means what? We are showing our supremacy. We are showing that our possessiveness for everything. It happens. My plate, my seat, my computer, my everything comes my. So we are doing that in material. But in the spiritual world, what happens? It is only serving the Lord.
Yes.
So that is how we have to start behaving. We have to slowly. It is very difficult. God himself says, it is very difficult because the moment you have come here, the 3 modes will definitely either Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna will keep attracting you. You will get bonded there. But we have to come out of that and go to Shuddha Sattva stage. So, but in spiritual consciousness, that is in Krishna consciousness, what happens? When you are in Krishna consciousness, what happens? Even you japa, what you do is, am I keeping my Krishna happy? I'm doing japa not because I did that 1 mala, I did 15, I did 16 mala. No, am I able to please my Krishna? Did I utter those words correctly? Hare Krishna, did I do that correctly so that he heard me and he is going to bless me? So it is all, whatever you eat prasad, whatever you take his name, attending this class itself, Krishna is there beside us, watching us like this. He's also next sitting in the table watching. Hey, barabar sikao. He must be telling me, you use right words and teach them. For you also, whenever you take God's name, He is there beside you, listening to you. Whenever you give prasad, He eats. We may not see. The moment we start, he's seeing, so you keep 2 rotis and little sabji and offer him, and then after 5-10 minutes you open and see, one roti is gone. That day you finish. You'll stop offering the Lord also. Because itna to main roz nahi kar sakti hu, whatever you give, he eats with his eyes, he smells, he just eats with his nose, ears, everything, he just to please him, we have to do. Even that people are so hesitant, First of all, they have to observe that, all that, japa, all that, and then start offering. Yesterday, that's why I wrote in the group also, being Sunday, start, at least once in a day. People who are used to offering, yes, okay. Those who are not, because I'm still new to this class, right? So I don't know how far you people have, gone ahead in spiritual. So you need to eat whatever, is offered to the Lord. That condition you have to put yourself. I will do japa. Only after that japa, certain rounds, I will eat my food. Only after this, I will do this work, or something like, you have to put condition to yourself. So what is spiritual consciousness is to please the Lord. That is to serve the Supreme. When the living entity is in material consciousness, what happens? He takes on various bodies. We keep, that's why, our, you just die and then you become that, you get another body. God is very happy with us. He says, oh, sir, you want to become a wealthy, millionaire. And that's why you died also, thinking of that. Okay, no problem. I'll give you another human form. You'll become a millionaire. Or according to our karma, he will make us as a dog in a big Ambani family. We will be in a wealthy house, but we will be like in a animal stage or some stage, that way. So, being in the living entity, what we do is we take on various body because of our likes, dislikes, our wants and all that. But Krishna, no personal likes and dislikes. It is only to serve the Krishna and serve him and make him happy. So that is called karma. What is that called? Karma. But what we are doing is karma. Karma is what? Which gives fruitive action. Whatever we do, again, that is what reciprocal. That is what we say, action has got equal and opposite reaction. Whatever we do now in the present stage, whatever we do attracts the reaction of it. But what are we supposed to do? We have to be in that akarma level where you perform anything, you do anything. It's for, that's why when you drink water, also think of Lord, oh, what a tasty water. Thank you, God. You're there in that water form. That way, for each and every moment, you should be able to remember him. That is called karma. What we are undergoing, that is called karma or varied creation by force of material consciousness. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. In Vedic literature, the living entity is called Jivatma and Brahman, but he is never called Parabrahman. The living entity, Jivatma, takes different positions. Sometimes he merges into the dark material nature and identifies himself with matter. And sometimes he identifies himself with the superior spiritual nature. Therefore, he is called the Supreme Lord's marginal energy. According to his identification with material or spiritual nature, he receives a material or spiritual body. In material nature, he may take a body from any of the 84 lakh species of life. But in spiritual nature, he has only one body. In material nature, he is manifested sometimes as a man, demigod, animal, beast, bird, etc., according to his karma. To attain material heavenly planets and enjoy their facilities, he sometimes performs sacrifices, yajna. But when his merit is exhausted, he returns to the earth again in the form of a man. This process is called karma.
Karma is what? Equal and opposite reaction. Do good karma, you will be born as a man at least. You will not be
Yes.
born as a beast or small insect or something. You'll be given a human form. But what this karma will again take us back. Or your punya karma, you may be doing yajna, all the japa, gipa, sab. Uska sab mark milega. But that mark will get, it's like going to a picnic. Going to on a vacation, you carry, so what, everything swipe and, GPay, all that has come. But I'm just saying as an example, you carry some loads of money, like 10,000 or maybe 1 lakh, go some big place, spend on hotels and, just sightseeing, go on traveling that and all. Slowly, one day over, so much is reduced 90,000, then 2 days 80, 70, 75, then purchase and all that. One day will come, or the 10 days vacation, what happens? The last day you will have hardly some few hundreds with you. That's all. And what? You come back to God, come back home. We again come back home. I'm just quoting this as an example. So the same thing happens here also. You accumulate so much of punya karma, so much of punya karma. What happens? You go to this, the Swargaloka, you enjoy all the Ramba, Urvashi and all dancing. You'll have that somewhat drink and all, welcome drink. Enjoy everything, but slowly your punya karma will deplete and slowly it will get exhausted. Then you come down as, but you will definitely get a human form. You will never be born as a insect or spineless creature. You will be born as a. That's why it's given yajna. Even people when they perform yajna, with a sense like I am doing it. I'm giving donation. I gave 1,000 rupees. I gave 500. I gave 5,000. Whatever that I-ness. When you do all that, you are doing a punya karma, but then that punya karma will get over one day, and you have to take rebirth. Our main aim is hit the goal where you don't have to come down to earth, come down to take any form. So that is what is our aim. So, but this karma, so what we have to do, we should do akarma. In Chandogya Upanishad, it says 4 lines are given. In Chandogya Upanishad, what is given? Yes, Prabhuji, or anybody else wants to read, can read.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, continue.
The Chandogya Upanishad describes the Vedic sacrificial process. On the sacrificial altar, 5 kinds of offerings are made into 5 kinds of fire. The 5 kinds of fire are conceived of as the heavenly planets, clouds, the earth, man, and woman. And the 5 kinds of sacrificial offerings are faith, the enjoyer on the moon, rain, grains, and semen.
So now don't go by the exact words, okay? See that there are 5 fires. Okay, this Chandogya Upanishad, people who have learned that Upanishad, they may understand better. For us, it is only touch and go. That's all. We need not have to understand everything thoroughly well. Chandogya Upanishad mein bola hai, Prabhupada has given. But in that what? The such as offering you do to 5 kinds of fire, all the details he has given. There are 5 kinds of fire, namely heavenly planets. See, it's only a fire, but then conceive as this is a heavenly planet. Swaha, you put something, then Swaha, you say, no, Swaha means take it, please take it, please take it. And there are, what is heavenly planets? Clouds, earth, man, woman. Not literal man and woman, just Avahan. You say, I use that word, no, in Hindi. Avahan, just in the fire you put it. It's like a courier service. Fire is what? It's like a courier service. You want to pray some demigod, you put it in fire only, and that will be couriered to that particular god, demigod, whatever. So in the fire itself is treated, conceived as, earth, man, fire, women, and heavenly planets and clouds. And what they put artificial offering is, sacrificial offering is what? Faith. I'm putting all my faith. I'm totally convinced that how can you materialize faith? But then that is how you have to understand that you put all your faith, the enjoyment of material enjoyment, whatever. Enjoyment on the moon, going to moon is what? Just it is a material enjoyment. I've gone to moon, but that is a different story. Prabhupada writes, so going to moon in physical form is not going to moon. It is like going to some place and coming back. What is the use? So, and then grain, semen, all these are offerings. So it is given in Chandogya Upanishad. These are all very nice. You'll get punya, all okay. But what happens? Prabhupada goes to the extreme. All this Chandogya Upanishad gives all the detail. But after that, what? Immediately he will have question. Okay, doing all this, is it the end of it? No. What is that after that? In the process of sacrifice, what happens? Prabhuji, continue.
Yes, Mataji. In the process of sacrifice, the living entity makes specific sacrifices to attain specific heavenly planets and consequently reaches them. When the merit of sacrifice is exhausted, the living entity descends to earth in the form of rain, then takes on the form of grains, and the grains are eaten by man and transformed into semen, which impregnates a woman. And thus, the living entity once again attains the human form to perform sacrifice and so repeat the same cycle. In this way, the living entity perpetually comes and goes on the material path. The Krishna conscious person, however, avoids such sacrifices. He takes directly to Krishna consciousness and thereby prepares himself to return to the Godhead.
So you understood? Chandogya Upanishad mein aisa bola, we will do that cycle. What will happen?
Yes,
You will be
Mataji.
again take a form of rain, and you will, you can take any form, right? But you will be coming to the earth, like, in the form of rain, you'll come back, and then what? The plant will grow.
Yes,
The
Mataji.
plant somebody will eat, some man may eat, and from the man's body, the semen is formed, and with that semen, some lady will be impregnated, and but ultimately what? A child is born.
Mm.
So what is the use of your doing all this, offerings and yajna and all?
Mm.
So again, you come back to this cycle. So what are we, Prabhupada is saying, no need of doing all that. Go directly, just take God's name and go to God's abode. You need not have to go through all that sacrifice, that, this and all that. Just our path is very simple, Get up early in the morning, have Mangala. Why early morning? Because Mangala Aarti does in the morning only. 4:30 only Mangala Aarti does in all the ISKCON temple. Not only ISKCON, any temple you go, there is a Mangala Aarti. They may have a different term. In Tamil, they have a different word they say. It is Vishwarupa Darshanam. We say in Tamil, no? They say, oh, Vishwarupa Darshanam in the temple is going on. In Malyalam, they say, each language has got different. So you can, Odiya, Bengali, Gujarati, everybody has. But Mangala Aarti, that is what a term is used here. In every temple, Mangala Aarti happens. No, in no temple, like, aram se 8 baje, darwaja kholega, you people come, I'll do Aarti. No. God, Bhagwan ko, the puja karne ka jo time hai, it is in the morning only at 4:30. So that is how we have to be simple. It is so simple. Just get up in the morning, have the darshan of the Lord, do japa, have that prasad every day, have only prasad. Then whenever that every 15 days this Ekadashi comes, do fasting. Remember why fasting? It is only to remember the Lord. Every day you keep preparing something, eating. Just give a break for that. Even doctors are आजकल वही बोलते हैं ना, like doctors say, give a break to your mouth, Baba. Give a break to your stomach. Let it rest for at least every 15 days. Give him a rest, give that stomach a rest. So have, like, non-grain items which will be easy to digest. So all this is what is required from us, not much. And then read all the scriptures, have knowledge also. Do karma. Karma is what? All that, getting up, doing japa is all karma activities. And what? Remember the Lord. That is more important. Show bhakti. So our path, the devotee's path is very easy. It takes directly to Krishna consciousness, where when you when you reach Krishna's abode, you don't come back. That is what we Krishna consciousness is preparing us. Yeah, I'll take 10 minutes more because we started late. No, 8:15 we'll finish. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Manoj. Impersonalist commentators on the Bhagavad Gita unreasonably assume that Brahman takes the form of Jiva in the material world. And to substantiate this, they refer to chapter 15, verse 7 of the Gita. But in this verse, the Lord also speaks of the living entity as an eternal fragment of myself. The fragment of God, the living entity, may fall down into the material world. But the Supreme Lord, Achyuta, never falls down. Therefore, this assumption that Supreme Brahman assumes the form of Jiva is not acceptable. It is important to remember that in Vedic literature, Brahman, the living entity, is distinguished from Parabrahman, the Supreme
Yes.
Personality, the
Yeah.
Supreme
What do
Lord.
you want to explain something here, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. So here, this impersonalists were the comment on the 15th chapter, 15 chapters of verse number 7. So quoting that even Brahman, I mean Lord. So as Brahman, it takes birth in this material world as a Jivatma. So then
Who is
Prabhupada,
Jivatma? The living entity Jivatma is what?
so the,
Eternal fragment of myself.
yeah,
That is important.
yes. So the again, but in that same chapter, Prabhupada tells that. So the Krishna is explaining that the Jivatma is my eternal fragment, fragmental parts. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. And the fragment of, if you have quality of the Lord means what? You don't fall then. There is no fall down for us.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mataji.
Achyuta. Achyuta is a name given to the Lord by, he never, what is the meaning of, how can you even talk of Bhagwan making a mistake? See, we can fall down. But why Achyuta? What
Infallible.
that means is he never falls down means what? It is not that
Infallible.
he is getting contaminated. No, he will never forget his devotee. Because a devotee is doing so much of japa and all that, he's remembering me so much. I can never forgive him. I mean, forget him. I can never that what do you call that blessing I have to give. He has never fallen short of that. He has never forgotten his devotee. I heard this from an acharya. So Achyuta, why that Achyuta word is given? How can we say God will never fall down? We have that contaminated nature. Chances of our falling down. So, but then why we have to say God will never do the mistake? How can God do mistake? What that means is the living entity may fall down into a material world, but the supreme fall never falls down is what? He will never make a mistake in bestowing us. Whatever we do, in whatever quantity we do, he is not partial. First of all, for him, all we children, all the living entities are in an equal position. But he is taking special care to those who are immediately calling him, Mama, Mama, Papa, Papa. I said, no, that example. At home also, when children are there, one child is always, Mama, Mama, Mama. So always you're concentrating on that. Whatever you do, oh, now this child will ask me something, give him some biscuit or something. You give him some toy or make him, busy so that he will not keep on pestering me. So the Lord also will always think, oh, this Mataji or this Prabhuji is, the morning he comes for Mangalarti, then he does japa. Oh, he is eating only prasad. Oh, every time he's attending, the local temple also. He's every now and then he's thinking of me. I need to take a special care of, because every time he's calling me, Hare Krishna, he keeps calling me. So I need to take care of him. So he will never make a mistake of forgetting us. That is what is, he will never fall down. Okay. Because I heard from ISKCON, one of the Prabhuji. I really like that. Okay, one more we will take and then we'll stop. Yeah. Prasannachitta Prabhuji, your net is okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Please. Adibhutam Ksharo
Om
Baba.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Adibhutam Skaro Bhavam.
Don't use Adibhutam. That is wrong.
Adibhutam Skaro Bhavam. Purushashchaditaivatam. Adiyagno aham evatra dehi deha britam vara. Synonyms. Adibhutam, the physical manifestation. Adibhutam, the physical manifestation. Skara, constantly changing. Bhava, nature. Purusha, the universal form, including all the demigods like the sun and moon. Cha, and Adidaivatam, called Adidaiva. Adiyagnya, the super soul. Aham, I, Krishna. Eva, certainly. Atra, in this. Dehi, body. Deha Britam, of the embodied. Vara, O best. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Adibhuta, the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods, like those of the sun and moon, is called Adideva. And I, the Supreme Lord, represented as the Super Soul in the heart of every embodied being, am called Adiyagnya, the Lord of Sacrifice.
This is clear, no, Prabhuji? Adibhuta is what? All living entities who keep that, material work, nature also keeps changing as the climate change, it changes. So material manifestation. And then what? Adidaiva. Adidaiva is what? The natural calamities, what that sun, moon, all this Deva. Deva, it's given, no, it is understood. Deva, all that coming, all demigods come under Adidaiva. Adibhuta is all that other, other forms. It can be nature or it can be living beings and all that. And what? Adi, what is that? Adhyatma diya hai kya? Adhyatma, why Adhyatma is earlier it's gone. So now they are talking about Adi Yajna. Adi Yajna is what who's the for Paramatma also that name is there. Adi Yajna. Super soul in the heart of every embodied living is called Adi Yajna. So who the sacrifice, whatever we are doing, it is all going to whom? It is going to the Lord, but in what form? Paramatma. Well, that also we have to remember. Yeah, purport Prabhuji.
Purport: the physical nature is constantly changing. Material bodies generally pass through 6 stages. They are born, they grow, they remain for some duration, they produce some byproducts, they dwindle, and then they vanquish. Then they vanish. This physical nature is called Adibhuta. It is created at a certain point and will be annihilated at a certain point. The conception of the universal form of the Supreme Lord, which includes all the demigods and their different planets, is called Adidevata. And present in the body along with the individual soul is the super soul, a plenary representation of Lord Krishna. The super soul is called the Paramatma or Adi Yajna and is situated Adi Yajna Adi Yajna and is situated in the art. The word Eva is particularly important in the context of this verse because by this word the Lord stresses that the Paramatma is not different from him. The super soul, the supreme personality of Godhead, seated beside the individual soul, is the witness of the individual soul's activities and is the source of the soul's various types of consciousness. The super soul gives the individual soul an opportunity to act freely and witnesses its activities. The functions of these different manifestations of the Supreme Lord automatically become clarified for the pure Krishna conscious devotee engaged in transcendental service to the Lord. The gigantic universal form of the Lord called Adi Devata is contemplated by the neophyte who cannot approach the Supreme Lord in his manifestation as Supersoul. The neophyte is advised to contemplate the universal form or Virat Purusha, whose legs are considered the lower planets, whose eyes are considered the sun and moon, and whose head is considered the upper planetary system. Right.
You have understood something, Prabhuji? You want to add?
Yes, Mataji. In this particular sloka, like Adi Devata is particularly there are three modes of material nature: adhyatmik, adibhutik. In that way, it is also relating to our body, which is six types, like taking birth, grows, dwindles, and then vanquish. And then it compares to this material demigods also. And later on, Krishna says that the like Adi Yajna, it is also me, because he is present in everywhere. And for the spiritual devotee who's a practicing Krishna conscious devotee, understands all this, and then he becomes engaged in transcendental service to the Lord.
And it is main important, what you have to remember is Paramatma. So what we, till now we have learned Atma Paramatma, no extra word is added, Adi Yajna. Okay, Adi Yajna is referring to the Paramatma only. So who is the benefactor of the Yajna and all? It is Paramatma. Though it is said as Adi Yajna, it is given here. And then one more thing, for a neophyte, we are all neophyte devotees only. That's why we appreciate the nature. Aha, that sun is like one of the eyes of the Lord. Moon is another. So we can understand that way only. Slowly then come to Krishna conscious. When you come to that without form, that Virat Rupa form, first you conceive. Bhagavan ko dhyan rakhne ke liye just keep remembering Lord that you drink water, then you understand the taste of it. Oh, it is God is there in the taste. Then, that bhumi ka gandha, that, that earth ka smell, then you enjoy that. All this is for the neophyte devotees. Neophyte is advised to complete. We are advised that way only. Just start understanding the Lord in that form. Virat Rupme, what you see, that you understand the universal form or the Virat Purusha, whose legs are considered as the lower planets, whose eyes are considered as sun and moon, and whose head is considered the upper planet. So you give a form and you understand. It is for whom? It is all for the neophyte, like for us only. So we're all, lowest, what is it we call? Uttamadhikari name. What do you call it? I forgot that name. Can anyone help me with that? Kanishta. We're all in the Kanishta Adhikari. We can understand that way only. Abstractly, you want to be in the Krishna consciousness. It's not possible, at least at this stage. Later on, you can forget all this. Virat Rupa is only a temporary form of Krishna. His actual form is 200 form. So to understand that, we need to step all the way. We just can't jump to the highest floor, right? So you need to keep on stepping one step on or the other, and then you go up. Yeah, till 4 we have finished and we'll stop here. We started late, no? That's why it took some more time. Okay, Hare Krishna, Vanchakalpatrubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha, Patitanam Pavnebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha. Yeah, anybody wants to say Hare Krishna? Jai Sri Krishna. I mean, Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, okay, I'll only say. Jai. Anantakoti Bhakta Vrinda ki.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki.
Jai.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki.
Jai.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Bhagavad Gita Srimad Bhagavad Granthon ki.
Jai.
Shri Radha Govinda ki, our temple deity. Then Ayodhya Shri Ramalalla ki. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Thank you all so much. And tomorrow, if possible, you write 2, or even if you don't write. So it's okay, but then if you write, it's
Okay,
okay. But
okay,
from
okay.
tomorrow, I will not put attendance, okay? I will not need it because you're all attending. So that is what we require, no? Okay, I'll stop the live actually. Live stream stop, then I can talk.